What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about some crypto news regarding CBDCs. We are seeing both Qatar and the United Arab Emirates really starting to take a deep look into this. So I want to get into it. Before I do, I update the spreadsheet. The first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. I just invested $100 into each of these when I released videos about them, and you were still holding all the crypto, being profit for around 10.3k. Obviously, this is after hundreds of retracements, and we're currently in a bear cycle. At one point, this was above 100k. Always a reminder to take profits, because this whole spreadsheet is retraced 90%. That's how big bear cycle retracements are, and we're probably not done. If you want to see the coins that I'm buying up right now for the bear cycle, the ones that I bought up a few weeks ago, the ones that I'm trying to buy up this week, the ones that I plan on buying up throughout this bear cycle that I believe can 20x, 40x, 50x, 100x, and you can come check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share everything I'm doing all the time. Guys, I've shown it millions of times. The bear cycle is the best time to invest. It doesn't matter what financial market you are choosing. It always pays off to invest during a bear cycle, as long as you don't pick something that goes insolvent. So if you want to see the ones I believe will do those huge gains, you just click the link in the description and check it out. Right, Qatar. So they're doubling down on CBDC plans. So the governor of Qatar's central bank, Sheikh Bandar, said the institution should evaluate the pros and cons of a CBDC before launching it, obviously. And they said to do so, it must find the appropriate technology and consider the possible benefits and drawbacks of such an initiative. Still in its foundation stage, and he asserted that such a development is on the agenda but will be thoroughly reviewed beforehand. Many central banks now considering to issue CBDCs, and we are not an exception to that, but we are still in the foundation stage, evaluating the pros and cons of issuing CBDCs to find the proper tech and platform to issue them. The governor also touched upon cryptocurrencies and the merits that they could provide. In his view, they are a technological innovation which has the potential to create a new era of fast, cheap, and more accessible financial services. However, those crypto assets which are not underlined by monetary authority might be less credible. And obviously, we've seen that with UST. So he said our team is, and the CEO of Qatar Investment Authority said our team is interested in the technology space, is exploring opportunities in the blockchain. This is the space that we're interested in, not the currency itself. And what this boils down to is what's going to be the underlying architecture. That is what it will always boil down to, because, look, I hate CBDCs. I don't like them as a concept. I think that's an opportunity for many zeros to just be removed and added to bank accounts. I think it removes some of our overall power as citizens. That's why I don't want to see money disappear. But CBDCs will need underlying architecture. Now, it's feasible that a central bank will hire an entire blockchain team to create the underlying blockchain to launch their CBDC on. However, the amount of work that is required is probably, it's a foolhardy endeavor when you can literally just utilize one of the many layer ones that are out there that can be scaled to do so. And to be fair, UAE's central bank have also said the same thing. They've got a roadmap where they want to issue a CBDC no later than 2026, possibly as soon as next year. So they've obviously shared their interest in this, along with the central banks in China, Thailand, and Hong Kong. So the UAE has set 7 objectives. Among others, it wants to drive digital transformation in the country's financial services sector with the help of artificial intelligence and big data solutions. I've always said, one of the things that I'm definitely bullish on is AI. In the near future, I think we're going to see, particularly within blockchain and AI, I think that's going to really run well. And UAE's interest in the CBDC has been shared. They're looking at a cross-border dual-issued currency. And fundamentally, again, they're looking at centralized payment systems in terms of architectural resilience. Now, again, they could use a centralized payment system, and there are a few out there within crypto. You know, they're fundamentally what we're looking at is which cryptos are going to be the architecture for these. And within Dubai, you know, we know Dubai in particular, like they're pushing forward with, well, obviously they're pushing forward, but their underlying architecture for like their traffic light system is Phantom. We know Stellar, Hedera, XRP are usually the three big names that are thrown out in terms of the ideal potential architecture for running a CBDC. Fundamentally, any of them that run a CBDC for a strong country or a growing country are going to do well. All in all, really, it does boil down to which architecture is going to be used for countries like China, which architecture is going to be used for countries like America, England, you know, the EU. I know that's not a country, but the EU as well. And I think the potential there for that one is IOTA. Keeping an eye on all of this news is always important because any the architecture that underlines any CBDC in really strong countries are going to have enormous success. Their value is going to rise unequivocally. So again, as much as I friggin' hate a CBDC as a concept, you know, feasibly your Phantom, your Hedera, because Phantom could do it for Dubai because obviously it's already there in part of its architecture for the country, and it wants to be the first smart city. But your Phantoms, your Hederas, your XRPs, your Stellars, your IOTAs, those ones are all worth watching because they could end up having an enormous rally if they are, you know, end up being the architecture used. So keep your eyes out on this. This news is always important. And fundamentally, it's also important because the CBDC is a step towards removing some of our rights, and I think that will happen. Not to sound too frustrated. Anyway, that's it from me. Just a quick piece of news. Hope you're all keeping well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you know when new content's coming out. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Which crypto do you think is going to end up being the architecture for the CBDCs in America, China, EU? See if you can give me the three. Let me know in the comments. And guys, if you want to see the coins that I'm buying up in the bear cycle, the ones I believe can have those huge gains, the ones that, you know, I'm happy to continue dollar cost averaging in because I think they're immensely strong. And all you have to do, guys, is click the link in the description and check it out. That is it from me. Take it easy, folks. Bye-bye.